Hey there, thanks for stopping by. I'm going to take this time to give you a little heads up of what you can expect in the weeks and months to come.
When I ask you to join or subscribe to this channel, I'm asking you to join the journey. Every morning, the sun rises across America, creating a hope of light for millions of stories that have chosen to begin again. For those of us in the African diaspora, each day for us is more than just a routine. It's an ongoing journey of connection, discovery, and resilience. You see, entertainment, culture, and the arts, they were all birthed by our very presence. We are the African diaspora. We won't just walk through the most obvious portals or narratives and repeat what has all been said before, but in the weeks ahead, no more looking from the outside. I want you to journey with us. Journey with us through every door and find our historical footprints left behind in every room. Our roots are stretched, across oceans and generations. We carry with us the spirit of our ancestors, the rhythms of distant lands, and the dreams of those who came before us. Every tradition upheld and every memory shared is a thread that binds us to a greater tapestry. We are the African diaspora. I want you to know when you come on this channel, we're going to climb the marble stairs together. We are going to walk through the corridors of power together. As we should. But we'll also descend into the crawl spaces of our enslaved ancestors who chose to run away and find refuge in America's Underground Railroad. That took them to basements and holes in the ground. Hearing the same dust under my feet, I'm going to get you close enough to touch it yourself. You have never seen anything like this. So definitely stay tuned, because that is something worth watching. You're not watching me. I'm going to get you close enough to see it yourself. I'm going to take you front and center to see exactly how it all happens, the bad and the good. You will see and hear firsthand the life of the diaspora and come to understand not how we got here, but how it all came to be. These two colonies of the first 13 to have existed were built by us, and yet we still journey on, as we should. We are the African diaspora that walked the broken cobble of Broad Street, where enslaved Africans walked to be sold. Barriers are coming down because we are still telling their stories. Sunsets over the very ports, slave ships arrived, and yet we journey on. Welcome to Diasporant. In cities large and small, we find each other. Although we are the building blocks of civilizations, we seem to have forgotten our own international community. So I'm not here to show you around town. I'm here to introduce the African diaspora and ask the questions. Like, how can the world appreciate these treasures of our past but hide our identity? By destroying every nose that looks like mine. Perfectly preserved in every way, yet all the black noses are gone. Yet we journey on. So we will stand tall, firm, and resolute as ever, because we are the living proof that from our soil, regardless of which continent you find it, beauty always grows from it. Since every nation hoping to build a better place for themselves decided to steal humans from the continent of Africa in order to accomplish it, we can see, even if they won't admit it, it could not have happened without us. Each day brings its own set of challenges. Sometimes the journey means simply confronting obstacles, while at other times we jump over them in full stride. But with every step forward, we honor the journey. Our stories, our courage, our faces, and our names have all been recorded. You see, we were there, and I want this channel to show you exactly where we were and what our people did to journey on. The contradictions of history required us to defend ourselves at a time it refused to even consider us to be people. How is that possible? The newspapers once wrote about it, but that was back when hate was confused as national pride. But now even they are either silent or complicit. Have you ever heard of the Book of Negroes? I'm going to show it to you. The oppressors had names and families, but so did we. They built statues in their honor while we journeyed on.
As promised, I wanted to show you the actual pew of Abraham Lincoln.
Sometimes we may have to leave the comforts of home to go find the answers to these difficult questions, and I have. If Mr. Lincoln was given the credit for freeing the slaves, why was it still illegal for blacks to stand near whites at the very monument built in his honor for his achievements? And why did Dr. Moten, president of Tuskegee University, not even be permitted to sit with the other white guest speakers on the program? I went to see for myself. Why was segregation a thing at a place where freedom was supposed to end at? If you have any questions regarding how I get my answers, I'm an authorized researcher at the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C. So my information comes from the very government that it is accused. Anyone can see it, or you can just come with me. Our conversations will take us inside the U.S. Capitol building. Remember when I said we'd walk the corridors of power? We will, as we should. Here's the original U.S. Supreme Court. Oh, you thought it was always inside this building? Nope. This is why you need to subscribe to Diasporant. We'll talk about this guy another day. He's not worth it. But we will get over to the National Archives. There's an entire video on the Declaration of Independence. I'm going to take my time with that one. And I can't talk to you about Washington, D.C., our nation's capital, without telling you who it was named after. Well, we took a stop over in Virginia to the home of our first president, George Washington. Now, they call this 5,200 acres. That's the Potomac River right there. Sorry for the bad weather day. They call it 5,200 acres of land, but it's really a plantation. Oh, you didn't know George Washington was a slave owner? Well, absolutely. Thanks to Howard University, this is where his slaves are buried. Those white stones, that's where the head rests. If this is going to be about how we became the African diaspora, we got to also go back to England. This is where it started. If we're chasing the facts, let's get to every museum, no matter where it is. And I'm going to take you there. On this channel, we will have to go to new depths to get the answers we need. It will often be uncomfortable and painful, but we must journey on. With every shred of knowledge we uncover, with every glimmer of understanding we receive, only then can the people who were torn from a rich continent soar above the stars. Here on Diasporant, you will see floating fortresses like the USS Intrepid. I'm going to take you on board, but not just for a tour, but instead to discuss those who left slavery to fight for a country that would continue to treat them as unequal. Many would be buried in what was called colored lots. Well, here at the Greenwood Cemetery, it was renamed Freedom Lots. You see, nearly 2,000 courageous blacks were buried with no headstones, no markers, no identity, simply because whites didn't want to even be buried next to them. You see, they were even segregated in death. These white markers are all that remain. Very similar to what was at Mount Vernon at George Washington's estate. You remember the Gettysburg Address, where Lincoln did the 7 years ago in Gettysburg after the Civil War? Well, Gettysburg was a cemetery. 6,000 whites would be buried there, but no blacks would be included. The man who emancipated the slaves couldn't even dedicate a cemetery that would allow them to be buried next to the white soldiers. And we journey on. Why did they do it? For liberty? No, they did it for opportunity. What if I told you that Lady Liberty here, the Statue of Liberty, has nothing to do with this nation's liberty? It actually was a gift from the French to remind us and celebrate us for the ending of slavery. That's okay. Google it. Statue of Liberty, chain, ankle, something to that effect, and watch what it shows you. There is a chain, a shackle that has been broken from her ankle. They never show you that on the camera, but it's there, just above the pedestal, and I'm going to take you there and you're going to see. But that was for African enslavement, not for white America. I love my white brothers and sisters, but we have to tell the truth. Welcome to Diasporant. Okay, so this is me doing some research on the Hudson River. Okay, so that's not true. But we do have a video on the Hudson River and why was it called that, and the importance of that river and how it was discovered. But that's not quite what this was. We got access inside the gates, and you better believe that no stone will be left unturned. Speaking of stones, ever heard of Plymouth Rock? You'll be disappointed, but I've gone to 2 places to discover, was it real? You've got to watch the video. I'm sorry to disappoint you. The African diaspora spans across the globe. We are just one city in one country on one continent, but we are one family. I'm asking you to subscribe, join and like, share this channel, be a part of this journey. Welcome to Diasporant.
Thanks for stopping by. In the coming days, I look forward to your subscribing to this channel, as well as liking it and sharing it. we've got some things we need to discuss. And it's not often we're educating others. Sometimes we need to talk amongst family. And it's about that time. Thanks for joining.